So what if the trustee just ignores my request for a full accounting?
This happens a lot, so it's not uncommon for a trustee to either ignore a request for an accounting, provide something that's not a proper accounting, it's a single sheet. For some reason, that's really popular, where you request an accounting and the trustee gives you a spreadsheet.
Right.
And they say, here's your accounting. Or they'll go to an accountant who is not familiar with trust accountings, because not all of them are. And you'll get a balance sheet and a profit and loss statement, which would be fantastic if this was a corporation. It's
Correct.
terrible as a trust because it doesn't disclose what you need.
Right.
So if you're not getting what you're entitled to, which is, the great news is it's very clear what you're entitled to. You go to the probate code, 160660, 16061, probate code section 1060. They all have the requirements for an accounting, and it's all laid out there, black and white. There's no guessing game here. And so you go to, if you're not getting that, you have to go to court, and you have to ask the court to issue an order. And is there any other way to force the trustee to give you an accounting besides going to court?
Well, no other legal ways. And so the best legal way, if a trustee is refusing to provide you with an accounting, is to get a court order. And the judge is going to, I can tell you one thing, judges, you can't always pin down what a judge or a court's going to do, but I've never had a court say no to a request for an accounting. Why is that?
Because it's just the best way to make sure that you have full disclosure to the court, to the beneficiaries, and make sure that there's no unseemly business going on behind the scenes. I mean, it's just a really easy way to get everything out on the table. The other thing I'll tell you is that when you file to get an accounting, then you have subpoena power. And why is that helpful?
Because now I can subpoena bank documents directly, and I can subpoena whatever other documents I think would be important to me to better understand what the trust administration has done during the time the trustee's been in charge.
And what's the first thing you do when you receive a trust accounting? You just assume that all information inside of it is accurate?
No, we want to go through it. We want to highlight any questionable line items, but those line items came from somewhere, which you and I call the underlying documents. Well, underlying documents in many cases are going to be the bank statements,
right,
and the financial statements, and
brokerage account statements,
account statements. And so, if once we have filed that petition to compel the accounting, we've now reversed this whole process. Remember, we started this process with a trustee not giving a beneficiary information. And then when they did give information, it wasn't good information, and they told the beneficiary, you have 60 days.
Right.
So they're going after this beneficiary. Well, now the beneficiary has turned it around
right,
with precedent saying, here's the probate code section, you got to give me an accounting. The trustee says, screw you, not going to give you the accounting. And so then the beneficiary files a petition. The court orders it, and you as a beneficiary now have subpoena power to go and get the underlying documents that were used to create that accounting.
Directly from the banks and brokerage accounts. So you're not relying on the trustee handing them over. You're going to go to the bank directly.
And then look how you've changed the position from where we started this case with the trustee in charge in an asymmetrical relationship where the trustee has all the information and is in a very paternalistic stance telling the beneficiary what they can and can't have.
And all the power.
And now the beneficiary has turned it, and now the trustee realizes, oh my word, they're going after the bank records, and the bank has to respond to that.
Right. But the only way to turn those tables is to go to court. There's no other way to get subpoena power. There's no other way to hold the trustee accountable. There's no other way to get an order from the court ordering the trustee to act. The filing in court is so critically important for beneficiaries in these cases.
It is.
Albertson and Davidson is here to help you fight for your inheritance. Check out aldavlaw.com for our complete library of helpful legal videos and articles from your favorite California trust and will litigation law firm, Albertson and Davidson, LLP.